Hi guys, and I'm back with another battle report for Twisted Dice, and we're here at a practice game for the Last Chance Open, and some familiar armies on the table, so it should be an entertaining game. We are playing, what number is this, guys?
Mission number 3.
Mission 3 for the ITC Champions missions, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So Max is playing his Eldar. It's a really kind of nice, well-rounded, balanced list, and we'll kind of crack through it in a second and have a little look for it. And Mark is actually playing my beloved Tyranid list, and this will probably, almost certainly, be the list that I will be taking to the Las Vegas Open, so you'll get an opportunity to see it, how it performs. We'll kind of make that little claim right now. This is the first game that Mark has played with Tyranids in 8th edition, certainly, and one of the first games with Tyranids full stop. So he's very new to it, and this list is very tricksy. So there'll probably be mistakes. Mark's a very, very good player, so if anyone can deal with this list without any practice, that'll be him. But it will be a good test against a strong Eldar list. So we'll jump in and talk through the armies. Let's start off with this lovely painted Eldar army. What have you got next?
Okay, so what you're looking at is a 5 prism, no upgrades at all. We've got a Wave Serpent inside with Guardians, a Wave Serpent with Guardians and a Warlock. We have the Warlord, the Autarch. We've got another Wave Serpent with Guardians, and finally another 5 prism, no upgrades.
Perfect. And then you've got a load of shenanigans going on, Max. You've got some stuff that's not on the board, right?
Yes, absolutely. So off the board we've got 2 units of Dark Reapers that have been held in reserve using the Webway stratagem.
Nice.
3 units of Swooping Hawks.
Yeah.
And because this is our top list, I've taken the Shift Shroud of Al-Ansar with the Farseer, so he will be deep striking turn 1 as well.
Pretty good. So yes, he's gone for quite a lot. Interesting to take Dark Reapers off the table. I'm guessing he's potentially a bit concerned about the Alpha Strike from the Tyranids. Those Dark Reapers are extremely nasty and very key to putting some serious damage in. So I'm guessing Max is trying to protect them, but we'll see what happens. We'll go and have a look at this. Looking at my Tyranid list, it's a very, very long-winded, big list. So it's a brigade, and it consists of 2 Flying Hive Tyrants. It is a Kronos brigade, so 2 Flying Hive Tyrants. They are both in Deep Strike Reserve at the moment, and then they have a Neurothrope. And then into troops choices, got 2 units of Termagants, 15 men strong, and we've got 4 units of Rippers. Again, they are all deep striking in. We've got, in fast attack, we've got 2 Mucilid Spores and 15 Gargoyles that again are deep striking in. Then in elites, they've got a Pyrovore who is knocking around here. And we have a Lictor as well, and then of course 6 Hive Guard, very, very strong unit, and then in heavy support 1 unit of 3 Bivores and 2 single Bivores. We also then have a Supreme Command detachment with 3 more Flying Hive Tyrants. One of those Flying Hive Tyrants has got the Reaper of Obliterex. Mainly Devourers, few Death Spitters. We'll kind of go through it through the game, and they are High Fleet Kraken. They will be shown by red bases, so if you're looking out for them on the board, they've got the red bases. So that's the mission at the moment. As for secondaries, we'll kind of go through them as the game goes on. Mark's pretty much gone for trying taking ground. He's also gone for Big Game Hunter, and Max has gone for King Slayer, and he's also gone for some space, going for some area. So he's gone for Old School, and what was your third one, do you remember?
So Headhunter as well.
And Headhunter. So Headhunter is his third, so again, very achievable objectives. So we'll see what happens. So at the moment, who's going first? Max is, so we got, Max is on a +1, yeah?
Yep.
So you're on a +1. We'll do the roll on for you now, guys, see who is going to get that important first turn. 5. So
4.
That's a draw, so we'll roll it again.
Oh, it's not.
Here we go. Started already.
4 and 1.
So roll ace dice.
So it will be choice for Mark, who is going to go first. Are you going to take it?
Yeah, I'm definitely on first.
It's going to go first. Do you want to seize, Max?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
It's going to have a crack at seizing.
Why not?
Oh, an ace face dice. You cheating rascal.
That's a 3, so no seize. So we will go into turn 1 for the Tyranids.
Sorry.
That's alright. No, don't worry.
Sorry, it's not used.
No, it's cool. So guys, we've got to the end of the movement phase for Tyranids. Mark has dropped everything in, so everything's come in hot. Now the Eldar are surrounded by Flyrants, and the Gaunts are coming up as well, taking ground. Mark brought in all the Rippers as well, kind of just taking some ground. His Obliterex Tyrant, who's armed to the teeth, has advanced as well. So he's going to need that onslaught potentially to do anything, but we'll see what happens. Then we've got loads of other armed tyrants ready to shoot. So we're now going to the cycle phase and see what damage Mark can do. Right, so we're just shooting back into the shooting phase, quite literally. So some damage has been done through some smites, mainly onto the Wave Serpents. That's basically what Max has got out. The Hive Guard have double shot into the Wave Serpent and into the Fire Prism. So this Wave Serpent now is down to 1 wound, and the Biovores are about to unload. So we'll get this for you on camera. So Mark's going to roll up.
So unit 3 Biovores, mate,
yep.
Yeah?
Okay.
I need 5 because you're a late up.
Yep.
I've hit once.
And then anything but a 1 is a mortal wound. So that's a mortal wound.
Okay.
And what's he got? Does he have it explodes?
No.
It does not explode. So that would be, there's no first blood in this, doesn't work like that, but that is the first casualty down. The Tyranids take their first skull, and we'll carry on going. So we're at the end of shooting now, pretty effective shooting from the Tyranids. The Hive Tyrants really finding their spot, and also assisted by the Biovores and the Hive Guard. So in the end, 2 of the Wave Serpents went down, 3 of the Guardians dying in this one from the explosion, well not the explosion, but when they piled out, and then over here no damage done, but afterwards some shooting from the Hive Tyrants, killing 2 in the end, Max?
Yep.
In 2 of the Guardians. So this one, this Fire Prism unhurt, still full, but this one quite badly damaged, down to
7.
Down to 7. So it's on the middle bracket.
No, it's
full power. So that's good. So Matt means that he can now do some quite damage with that, which is good. And that's kind of the end of shooting for the Tyranids. So we'll now go into the assault phase and see how the Tyranids get on there. Okay guys, so we're at the end of the charge phase, so a few targets not making it in. So we've got the Reaper did make it in, he did take 1 wound in Overwatch, and also the Tyrant over here made it into the Guardians, and also he can potentially roll round into the Fire Prism as well. Over here, these Tyrants both missed, and the Gargoyles also failed their charge, but the Lictor did make it into the Fire Prism as well, so we'll see what happens. We're going to start off over here with the old Reaper of Obliterex, so we're going to see how well he gets on. So, end of the turn in the end, so we've just gone through the assault phase and the morale phase. Unfortunately, Max rolled an absolute stinker in his morale phase over here and lost all the remaining Guardians, so the Tyrant got the last laugh there, even though he didn't do that well in combat. In the end, obviously, the Ripper Obliterex did some damage, but pretty much fluffed. And over here, the Lictor did no damage to the Fire Prism, but another 2 broke from the Guardians, taking morale from damaging their unit from piling out of the Wave Serpent that was taken out earlier in the turn. So pretty brutal turn for the Tyranids. They've done a lot of damage, and we'll now go on to Eldar turn 1, see what they can do in return. End of movement, and Max is going for some revenge, and he's dropping it hot right into the enemy deployment zone. So we've got 2 units of Hawks down here, 2 units of Hawks dropping down here, and then the main action has come over here where we've got a massive big pile. It looks like a dead pile down there, Max. Are you sure about this? Is this genuine tactics over here? Is that right?
Depends what happens to turn 2.
Fair enough. So we've got 2 units of Dark Reapers in there?
2 units of Dark Reapers.
2 units of Dark Reapers, and they've got nice little mobile bubble wrap of swooping Hawks. So I think we can probably guess where their targets are. They've got the Hive Guard in mind, but also they've probably got range to pick on other things if they get successful enough. So Max should definitely be able to get some revenge here, but the dominance on the table at the moment, he just needs to try and clear some Tyranids. So we're going to the shooting and the psychic phase. So psychic phase, pretty unsuccessful, and unfortunately Max is finding out the hard way. The Tyranids can sting quite a bit if you start failing psychic powers. So he cast Jinx and he failed it. He was in range of the Warlord Tyrant, which meant he lost the 3 mortal wounds from his Warlord trait, which hurt him quite badly. Down the other side, he also failed one of his psychic powers. You failed Doom, didn't you? But you did manage to get off. You got Guide off. So one way or another, these Dark Reapers are definitely going to cause some pain now as we go into the shooting phase. Got a bit of shooting action here, coming back in the Eldar shooting turn. Both these Flyrants have taken some severe damage. We've got 1 down to 5, 1 down to 6, so 1 down to 7. 1 down to 6, sorry. So we've got some Guardians here now. They're going to try and see whether they can put some more hurt on the one with 5 wounds.
So rerolling 1s.
Not a bad roll.
Not a bad roll.
It's pretty strong, it's pretty solid. Wow.
Just need to convert them.
We do. And now you're needing 6s basically, aren't you?
Toughness.
Oh no, so you're needing 5s.
Yep.
5s, but you're looking for 6s.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. That's not so good. Have I not told you these dice are banned on this channel?
What are these? What are these?
Yeah. Anyway, right. So we've got quite a few wounds I've got through still. So you've got 2 invons, Mark, and then you've got 3 up saves.
Okay, these invons.
Go for it. So 4 ups.
Save 1.
Save 1 goes through,
And then
you've
3
got 3 ups.
Save 2. So 2
So
wounds.
2 wounds. So he's still hanging about. He's not gone just yet. Right, so what the Guardians couldn't finish off, now the Shuriken Cannons on the Wave Serpent are going to try and dish out some hurt as well. So Mac's going to go for them.
Rerolling once.
Rerolling once because of the Autark. He's rolling up.
I'll take that.
Has this one gone down in value at all? Is this one hurting up?
This one's down to 7 wounds. So he's full
Full
capacity.
strength, so he's still hitting on 3s, rerolling ones.
Toughness
tasty.
6, right?
Yep. He's toughness 7.
He's toughness 7.
Toughness 7. So needing 5s, I believe.
I'll take 2 rounds though.
2 rends, quite tasty, so he's on that 4 up invon.
Save 1 goes through.
1 goes through, not too bad.
Cool.
What we got next, Max? Anything we're going into?
We'll do
It's 5 prisms now, isn't it?
5 prisms. So just to nominate this one first, the Shuriken catapults are going into here. As stated,
So what are you doing, the stratagem?
the stratagem targeting this guy.
Okay.
So
So he got some big stuff now. Here comes the big guns. Can we do the work?
What type of shooting?
well, first off, this is going to be catapults first.
We'll start with the catapults.
Start with catapults on this guy.
We're going to go into the Tyrant up on the top.
2 miss. No.
And nothing, no damage done from the catapult. So little small arms fire just bouncing off the carapace.
And 2d3 shooting onto this guy. So this is going to be the focus shots.
Focus shots coming in.
So that's going to be 4 shots.
Tasty, not bad at all.
So I'm hitting on 4s for this because I disengaged.
Okay.
Re-rolling 1s.
Needed. Converts 3.
Even if 5 prisms wounded enough to go below that.
Is
It's just on, wasn't he?
just on. You need
Just
1 more wound
so
to
you need one more
take it
wound
down.
off, yeah.
So strength 9, so 3s. And I do get to re-roll because of my linked fire stratagem.
He needed that as well.
That's going to be 2 invul saves, please. That's
Okay, this is crucial.
Who's this on?
This is
Reaper.
on Reaper of Obliterex.
1 save.
1 save gets through.
So D3.
I'm going to command point.
He's going to command point it.
Okay.
Command point used. Just 1 left for Mark. Does not convert it. Damage.
D3.
D3. You rolled a 1,
I
did
did
you?
roll a 1.
Just change that to 2 for us, mate.
So 2 wounds left, is that? 2 wounds?
I'll just take the 1 away.
No, I can't remember. I'm counting
you
up.
can't take it, you can't take it.
So what we got left on the Obliterex one? Just
4 left now.
4 left there.
So I'm going to
Second big shooting coming up.
catapults here, linked fire on this guy. So catapults on the lictor.
Catapult's going into Lictor. Trying to make short work of him. He's got 1 wound left.
That's going to be 1 rend.
1 rend. That will be enough to take him down. Lictor goes down. Nothing you can do about that. And then the big gun now will be going back for Obliterex.
Yep, so it's going to be focus shots, so
Okay.
2d3. That's going to be 3 shots.
Oh, not so good there.
It's going to be hitting it on 4s, re-rolling 1s and 2s,
Okay.
thankfully. No, because I did
Yeah.
move.
So just 2. Then we're looking for 3s.
Yeah, and thankfully again with a
With
re-roll,
a reroll.
that's going to be 2 more.
2 more crucial wounds here.
2 vulnerables.
2 vulnerables, yep.
Nailed
He
it.
makes it like a boss. So still, the Reaper of Obliterex just hangs in there, ready to do some serious damage. Max is going to be panicking now. What can we do as we go into the assault phase? Right, so last gasp attempt. Max realises he's going to pop his Serpent Shield. He's really going to try and take out this Flyrant. Go for it.
So activates on the 2+.
Go for it. Oh!
Command point. No!
And you would not believe it, guys, that when the luck's not going for you, the luck's not going for you. So Serpent Shield does not activate. The Flyrant has survived. We'll go into the assault phase. Right, okay guys, so end of the turn after not a particularly action-packed assault phase. The Tyrant didn't do much damage, but neither did the Eldar, even with quite a killy Autarch. Mark rolled hot on his saves, and Max unfortunately carries on blowing with his dice. At the end of that turn, the scores on the doors are pretty convincing at the moment for Tyranids. So 8-2 is the score. So Max has scored 1 for killing a unit because he's got the old school, so he got 1 kill on the first turn, so he gets first strike for that. And he did kill a unit as well, so he got 1 point for that. Max is out on all of his primaries, including the bonus, and he got a fair few points on his secondary as well, killing some big guns and also taking ground. So a really strong positive first turn for the Tyranids. Let's see what they can do as we go into turn 2. So movement in the Tyranid turn, the Gargoyles have come up, they're homing in over here. The Tyrants come right up as well, up towards those Guardians. The Tyrant that is a Kraken Tyrant has fallen out of combat. He's eyeing up potentially some smites and also maybe recharging, doing some more shooting. The Obliterex Tyrant that was very, very lucky still to be alive has broken over here, and he's eyeing up several different targets, potentially Autarch. That's where his weapons really should be able to find their mark, even being damaged. The Tyrant over here has turned around, he's bounding back towards this big bubble of nastiness in this corner, and so has his mate the Pyrovore. So we'll see what happens over there, and then this Tyrant again has turned right round and is focusing on the swooping hawks. So Tyranids everywhere, all over the board. Eldar are hanging on in there. We'll see what happens as we go on to the psychic and the shooting phase. So end of psychic phase, a few smites going in, not very much else, failing to cast Catalyst again, but yeah, just generally lots of smites going off, Guardians and guys dying all over the place. So we're going to the shooting phase now for the Tyranids. So end of shooting phase for Tyranids, a bit more work done, so the unit of Guardians taken out by a combination of the Tyrants and the Gargoyles, a little bit more damage done on the Fire Prism. More damage done over here to the Fire Prism as well, that's on its last legs. And over here, a lot of damage going into both the Swooping Hawks and the Dark Reapers, taking a few men out from the Hive Guard as well as the double Devourer Flyrant. Over here, the other Flyrant doing damage into these Swooping Hawks, so lots of little picking away at units and weakening them, potentially causing Max some trouble in the morale phase, but also just softening up the shooting for the next turn. So we're now going to the assault phase and see what we can do.
Victory!
So end of the assault phase, so the Reaper Tyrant did eventually explode the Wave Serpent, doing some damage back to him. Over here, a little bit of damage done, but not very much. That Tyrant's not particularly geared up for assault, so no damage done here. And the same over here, again, pretty much limited damage done. Over here, however, quite a bit of work done by this Tyrant, cutting down a few of the Swooping Hawks. But Max did incredibly well with all his morale checks. All his Eldar, even though they are seriously outnumbered, are massively brave and are shrugging off the advances of his Tyranid army. So we'll now go into turn 2 for the Eldar. Wait. Right, okay, so we're just as a pretty much last knock-ins now. Max is trying to really deal with some of these Tyrants that are quite heavily damaged. So his Reapers that have actually had a pretty quiet game, they've been penned in, are now going to try and dispatch some missiles at these very heavily wounded Tyrants. So he split his fire. He's going to start off with some X-Arch, is that right?
So I'm going to deal with 4 standard Dark Reapers against, I believe it's called Mini Gherkin.
Mini Gherkin for some reason, Max is called Low Gherkin.
Low Gherkin.
Don't ask me why, guys, but here we go.
So hitting on 3s, re-rolling with Guide. And re-rolling. That's all hit.
All hits. It's not looking good for the Tyrant so far.
So this is going to be 3s to win. That is going to be 3 saves at -2, so invulnerable saves, please.
So 4 ups from Mark. Can he save him? That is the question. Can he save him? Ooh.
That's 3 damage.
He dies.
Do I blow up?
Does he blow up? That's right. Roll a dice on the 6.
No.
No, he doesn't blow up. So first Tyrant goes down. Now Max is going to rinse and repeat and try and put some damage into the Obliterex.
The other one.
The second, yeah, onto these guys. And with Guide. Nope.
So here's 3 hits through. Again looking for those 3s.
Okay, could you take 2 invul saves first, please? That's 3 damage.
3 damage, and that's enough to take him out.
Okay.
Does he explode?
Yes.
He does explode. So D3. So we now have D3 damage going into the Guardians over there.
3.
So
You did
3
take the nearest one away
wounds
last
down.
time, so.
And could you do 1 for the fire prism, please?
And 1 damage to the fire prism. But both tyrants dispatched. Max is definitely not going to go out without a fight. Very few Eldar left on this board, but they are showing how vicious they can be when the Reapers find their mark. Right guys, so we're coming back at the end of the turn for Max, and it was a heroic effort, but he has failed to dispatch anything extra in assault. He tried to get the Farseer to do some damage on the Tyrant, but actually the Tyrant's tail itself went round and did some damage to the Farseer, and that was pretty much it. More Reapers were dragged down, and we have decided that there was pretty much no way back at this point. Not only has Mark scored a hell of a lot of objective points, he also has ball control and the units to win this game comfortably. So at the end of turn 2, it's a 16-4 victory to the Tyranids. We are going to call it now. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's been a bit one-sided, but hopefully it gives you an idea of potentially what this Tyranid list is capable of. And thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.